Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Wayne and today, tara pag-usapan natin ang nangyari kahapon. No? Lahat ba masaya na? No? Lalong-lalo na ang mga anti-VP Sara. Masayang-masaya na ba kayo? Na nag-resign na siya? Imagine niyo nag-emphasize lang kayo sa pagiging DepEd secretary niya. Pero hindi niyo binilang yung pagkakaresign niya rin bilang isang co-chair ng NTF-ELCAC. Diyan pa lang, dapat nag-iisip na kayo. Bakit siya umalis kahit sa NTF-ELCAC? Pakinggan natin yung statement dito ni VP Sara.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President, Secretary of Education, will be giving a statement. We will not take questions after. Thank you.
Magandang hapon. Hello. Okay na? Yan ang kaya.
Okay na.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Maayong adlaw, kaninyong kanan. Magandang
Maayong
araw
adlaw.
sa inyo lahat.
Sa imo.
Ang edukasyon, ang sandigan ng bawat nangangarap. Education is the key to success, not only of individual aspirations, but of an entire nation. As we commence preparations to embark on a new school year, we also take time to assess where we are from where we started. Tanda ko pa nung ako'y unang manungkulan bilang kalihim ng edukasyon, sa gitna ng pangkaraniwang kaalaman natin ukol sa sitwasyon ng basic education sa ating bansa, gumugol din ako ng oras upang marinig mismo mula sa bibig ng ating mga guro, ng mga mag-aaral, at mga magulang kung ano nga ba ang iba't ibang pagsubok na pinagdadaanan nila araw-araw. Ang mga narinig ko ay sari-saring kwento ng katatagan, pagmamahal sa napiling bukasyon, at pagsisikap upang makamit ang mga munting pangarap. Ang matatag agenda is not a mere campaign. Rather, it encapsulates and defines what Philippine education, along with its approximately 28 million learners and almost 1 million teachers, already embodies. It is resilient. Our children are the children of heroes. They deserve no less than an education system that can fully unleash true potential and effectively mold them into vital contributors for nation building. As I speak before you today, I speak of the road we have traveled thus far. 2 years since we accepted the gargantuan task of heading the basic education sector, we have taken big steps towards institutional reforms through the improvement of our curriculum, the acceleration of basic education infrastructure and facilities, the promotion of learners' safety and well-being, and the provision of much-needed support for teacher quality and welfare. In the last 24 months, DepEd has launched a new curriculum for kindergarten to grade 10. As we open our schools on July 29, we highly anticipate its nationwide implementation. Our curriculum, however, is a mere scrap of paper without the necessary resources for its effective delivery. In order to provide resources such as textbooks, supplemental reading materials, as well as learning tools and equipment, we took strides to improve the procurement process within the department. By the first half of the year, we are on track to complete our textbook procurement as well as the purchase of e-learning cards. The fact of fiscal restrictions and inadequate resources is known to all. Therefore, DepEd has had to innovate in the provision of basic education facilities. Alongside building new classrooms, we tapped into digital infrastructure in order to address the congestion and avoid learning disruptions during times of calamity. Today, an additional 2,000 last mile schools have been given internet connections through satellites, while 305 schools have been connected through fiber internet. By the end of 2025, we aim for all schools to be connected. With the emergence of technology and social media, our learners also face new and emerging challenges. Hindi biro ang maging mag-aaral sa panahong ito. In order to provide a safe and conducive learning environment for our learners, we have launched a centralized reporting system through the Learners' Rights and Protection Office. By providing a hotline, we remind each learner that they are never alone. We continue to provide awareness and work with partner agencies to shield our learners and teachers from all forms of abuse, illegal drugs, terrorism, insurgency, and all forms of criminal activities. In our thrust to promote inclusivity, we continue to strengthen the alternative learning system and our special needs education. No child should be left behind. Teachers are truly the cornerstone of any education system. We have worked tirelessly to address your concerns through the National Educators Academy. We have provided avenues for teacher training and professional development. We have provided personal accident insurance to assist our teachers when they need it most. We have removed all administrative tasks to unburden our teachers, to bring them back to the classroom, and to allow them to focus on teaching. We have also given our teachers their much needed rest, a 30-day, no mandatory or voluntary tasks break.
Speaking of this, tingnan niyo to. This guy, doon sa isa kong account, I follow him. He's a teacher. Ang sabi niya rito, "Thank you, VP Sara, for your efforts to declare this whole month of vacation undisturbed for teachers. This gives me the chance to cherish every moment with my grandma and loved ones. Without your efforts have this pushed through for teachers. Sa school kami nagbabakasyon ngayon. Thanks for the initiatives to lessen teachers' workload. Hope the next won't give them back to us. There may be unfavorable things for the many during your term, but I'd like to focus on the things that you have shown us compassion. Thank you." Thanks, VP. Please know that your efforts are greatly appreciated. Diba? My dad is a teacher for almost 30 years now, and ngayon ko lang naninig sa kanya ang salitang bakasyon kami. 8 years na ako sa DepEd, kay VP Sara ko lang talaga na feel na may adjustment na nangyari sa mga hinaing natin. Nung siya naging sec, ginusto ko nang pasukin ang DepEd since I already passed the let, pero parang ayoko na ulit. She did her best naman, napagaan talaga ang workloads ng teacher, and for the short period of time, I feel like may kakampi tayong mga teachers. Ako na ang kinabahan sa misis ko dahil wala siyang classroom. Worried ako sa darating na brigada, baka yung new secretary gusto ng maraming nakadikit sa classroom. Kaya nga ramdam nating mga guro yung effort niya na i-protect tayo. Now ko lang naramdaman tunay na bakasyon, dati puro paperworks pa rin pagkatapos ng school year. Puro seminars and training, sana tayo ngayon. Mamimiss ka namin, VP. Nakakalungkot lang, parang nawalan kami ng kakampi sa totoo lang. Si VP Sara lang ang nakaisip na magbigay ng 1 month undisturbed bakasyon. Sana mabasa ni VP Sara ang mga appreciation message natin. Agree. Public school teacher mama ko at ngayon lang siya nakapagbakasyon ng matagal. Kay VP Sara lang po nakaranas ng bakasyon na untouchable tayo. Promise 11 years service, ramdam ko ang malasakit niya. O diba? Sayang-saya kayo. Sayang-saya kayo. Not a public school teacher yet, but I heard she did well for teachers talaga. I heard from my family and friends who were public school teachers. Some people don't understand how painful to every teacher sa balitang to, and I'm not a teacher, but I have some friends na nalungkot talaga, and I feel sorry for them. We failed to protect VP Sara, pero lalaban para sa Pilipinas, sabi ni Jack Jack. Yun ang admin task, service, credits, workload, compensation, no classroom decoration, and evaluation. Marami pang iba na regulated na niya. Pagising ko kanina, yung balita sa resignation niya ang bumugad sa akin, super sad ko. Talaga. Laban mga ma'am, sir, it's like a farewell gift to VP Sara as DepEd Secretary sa inyo. I appreciate her effort too. Nakakalungkot. I don't understand this, pero babasahin natin. Kadtong na nalipay na nag-resign si Sara, palihog kog basa ng mga comments dire para masagpa mang sa realidad. Sir, Sara, sir, yung next DepEd maging mas compassionate sa mga teachers at may enough credentials for betterment of education system for learners and teachers. This kind of people are pushing youths to be NPA. Others are being paid to make content being blind of money. VP sets a higher standard for the next DepEd leadership. Either her successor does better than her or just give the agency bare minimum. Thank you, VP Sara. Thank you for being a mother to us teachers. Sana hindi magtapos ang laban mo para sa amin. Bigla nga ako natakot, sir, sa totoo lang, baka andyan na naman yung mga maraming decoration sa classroom, tapos pa-contest pa, ang laki ng gastos ko dati. Imagine mo yung mga deco pala dyan sa loob ng classroom, personal na gastos, lumalabas dito sa comment ni ma'am. Parang gastos ng mga teachers, mga guro lang talaga nakakaintindi. Yes. Sa kanya pa termino na may undisturbed na 1 month, kudos to yung ma'am VP. Thankful din ako sa undisturbed vacation na to. May time, may rest na maselan na pagbubuntis. Yan, heart natin yan, guys. Isa ako sa nalungkot, sir, official na gobyerno na may pinakamataas na trust rating. Yep. Worried ako dito, baka this is the first and last time na unbothered. Well, if that is the case, Ma'am Joy, no? Isisi mo yan dun sa mga tuwang-tuwa at sayang-saya dahil sila raw ang reason kung bakit nag-resign si VP. Thank you, VP Sara. Salamat dahil dininig mo ang mga hinaing namin at sa'yo namin naramdaman na may halaga kaming bilang mga guro. Nakakalungkot talaga na baka hanggang ngayon na lang ang bakasyon ito na natin maranasan. This is true. Hindi nakita ng iba yung maliliit pero helpful ang changes na ginawa ni VP. Sakit yung akong heart ko, why VP. Crying here, unsa na pud Kakalisod ang sunod school year. Remember guys, no, nung trinay ni PRRD to make things better for every single Filipino, anong ginawa ni PBBM? Di ba marami siyang binago? So expect nyo na yan. Kung ano man yung magagandang changes na ginawa ni VP Sara to make your life easier, ma-unburden ang burden, mag-ready na lang kayo guys, no? To mga teachers natin, mag-ready na lang po kayo mga ma'am, sir. Mag-ready na lang po kayo kung ano yung mga susunod na makabanata. If yung susunod na magiging DepEd teacher is magiging mas mabuti, mas better, well then and good. Okay? Well then and good. Pero gaya nga ng sinabi ng isa nating nag-comment dito na teacher, baka ito na yung first and last. Balik tayo kay VP Sara.
which they are currently enjoying as we speak. I did not do this alone, nor do I claim to have done so. I would like to take this moment to express my profound gratitude to those who took part in this journey. To our partner agencies in the national government, thank you for your commitment towards a whole-of-government approach for basic education. To our local government units, thank you for keeping education and the youth as priority projects year in and year out. To our private sector partners, whether foreign or domestic, thank you for your resolve as education champions. To my DepEd family, Execom, Mancom, Central, Regional, Division, and school officials, teachers, and non-teaching personnel, thank you for your unwavering support, hard work, and dedication to serve the Filipino people. Mabuhay kayo. To our teachers, words can never capture how grateful the nation is for your sacrifices, for your passion, and for your unrelenting commitment to rearing the youth. Salamat sa suporta, salamat sa pagiging matatag. The nation will forever be in your debts. Sa 2 taon nating pagsasama, ang kwentong nabuo natin ay kwento ng kapit-bisig na pagtaguyod sa adhikaing maitatag ang isang bansang makabata at batang makabansa. Ngunit anumang kwento, kahit gaano kaganda, ay sadyang nagtatapos rin. Earlier today, June 19, 2024, I sought an audience with the President and tendered my resignation as the Secretary of Education effective July 19, 2024. I have given my 30-day notice to ensure the proper and orderly transition for the benefit of the next Secretary. Mga kababayan, ang aking pagbibitiw ay hindi lulan ng kahinaan, kundi dala ng tunay na malasakit para sa ating mga guro at kabataang Pilipino. Bagamat hindi ako magpapatuloy na mamamahala sa kagawaran, patuloy pa rin nating itataguyod ang kalidad ng edukasyon na nararapat para sa Pilipino. Hindi man ako ang tumatayong kalihim ng edukasyon, mananatili akong isang ina na nagmamatyag at titindig para sa kapakanan ng bawat guro at bawat mag-aaral sa Pilipinas. Para sa isang matatag na Pilipinas. Mga kababayan, lahat ng ating ginagawa ay para sa Diyos, sa bayan, at bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Syukuran.
Here guys, dito lang meron ng 524 comments and I can go on and on and on and reading this. Halos isa lang yung kanilang sinabi. Okay? Halos isa lang yung kanilang mga sinasabi rito. Kaya sabi ng isa, only teachers can understand. Tayo from the outside, wala tayong ginawa kung hindi bumatikos. Sa tingin nyo, bakit si VP Sara is lagi or consistent siya sa kanyang pagiging the most trusted cabinet member ni PBBM? Tingnan nyo yung comment ni ni Senator Gatchalian.
Sara Duterte as Department of Education Secretary and as Vice Chairman of NTF-ELCAC.
Chairman ako ng Basic Education Committee here in the Senate, so I work with DepEd and Vice President Sara on a regular basis. At una-una nagpapasalamat ako sa kanyang serbisyo at sa kanyang pagtutok sa education system natin. At marami kaming numpisahan rin sa pagitan ng EDCOM, which is I am a co-chairperson, and DepEd. Ang EDCOM is a legislative created body that will look at the education system of our country. At katrabaho namin on a regular basis ang DepEd. In fact, almost every week nagmi-meet kami ng DepEd. Kaya marami na kaming naumpisahan para ayusin ang education system natin. At nahihinayang lang ako dun sa mga naumpisahan natin. Bigyan ko kayo ng halimbawa. Pinag-usapan namin last week yung bullying dahil malaki ang problema natin sa bullying. At meron mga proposals na pinag-usapan para ma-reduce yung incidence of bullying natin. Yung K-10 matatag curriculum na inilunsad early part of this year, early part of last year, na pinapatupad na ngayon at iro-roll out na this coming school year in grades, in 4 grades, kindergarten, grade 1, grade 4, and grade 7, if my memory serves me correct. So, in other words, marami kaming ongoing joint programs and joint activities with DepEd. At ang EDCOM ay nakikipag-coordinate, nakikipag-collaborate para maiayos yung problema natin sa education system. Ako na personally nahihinayang na ako doon sa mga naumpisahan.
So sir, ano yung magiging implication nito, lalo na nga doon sa mga programs ng intention ma-address itong sabi nga natin crisis education sector, at crucial ba yung magiging decision ni Presidente kung sino yung ipapalit sa kanya sa DepEd?
I just hope na yung mga USECs na nandoon will stay the same. Dahil sila talaga yung workhorses, sila yung mga detalye, sila yung nasa field, sila yung pumupunta on a regular basis sa mga consultative meetings namin. So I just hope na maiwan sila dahil magagaling sila at nabigyan na ng direksyon. At personally nakita ko yung inisyatibo ni VP Sara pagdating sa pag-aayos ng problema natin sa education sector natin. For example, she was candid enough and honest enough to admit na meron tayong education crisis. Yung 2 basic education report niya ay inamin niya na meron tayong education crisis at sinabi niya kung ano yung mga solutions na dapat gawin para maialis natin yung bansa natin sa education crisis. So yung mga solutions, marami doon na umpisahan na. Kaya importante mapagpatuloy yun. Dahil itong education crisis natin hindi rin makakabuti kung palit ng polisiya. So,
maganda pa yun, sir, na magkaroon pa ng 1 month na turnover kasi ang effectivity, July 19, it means may 1 month pa para sa pag-turnover sa magiging bagong DepEd Secretary.
Typically sa mga ganitong resignation, meron talagang turnover yan. At importante na maayos yung turnover at importante rin na ma-explain mabuti doon sa magiging bagong education secretary, ano yung mga naumpisahan na sa education sector at ano na yung mga napag-usapan sa pagitan ng EDCOM at ng Department of Education.
So sir, nagulat ka o parang expected na rin na darating sa punto na re-resign si VP Sara as member ng cabinet ng Marcos administration, considering nga na bumabanat na daw yung pamilya ni VP Sara kay PBBM?
Ako nagulat ako dahil like I said, madalas namin nakakapag-interact with the Department of Education at tuwing humingi kami ng panahon sa Department of Education, in full force sila. Like last week, merong activity yung alternative learning system, full force yung Department of Education. Kaya wala naman akong nakitang problema pagdating sa Department of Education.
And do you
Nakakagulat rin ako.
Do you think magiging maayos pa rin yung working relation ng Pangulo at ni VP Sara?
Hindi ko masasagot yun. No? I cannot answer.
Okay, skip na tayo dyan sa part na yan. Pero tingnan nyo, ito yung comment ni Senator Gatchalian. Ito naman yung sinabi ni Castro. Sabi niya sa wakas, ang nag-resign na din sa DepEd si VP Sara. Sana ay mas maaga niya itong ginawa para makapaglagay ng isang kalihim ng DepEd na galing talaga sa sektor ng edukasyon at alam ang kanyang ginagawa. Nasayang ang mahigit 2 taon para ayusin agad ang education crisis sa bansa at benepisyo sa sahod ng mga guro at education support personnel. Alam mo, obviously here, no, if we're going to make a comparison between the statement of Senator Gatchalian and this fuckface, no, itong si Castro, ito, walang nagagawa para tulungan ng DepEd. For her, if we're going to base it dito sa kanyang statement. Kasi ibang-iba ang sinasabi ni Senator Gatchalian. Ayon nga kay Senator Gatchalian, every now and then they're having a meeting. Pero itong itong fungus na to, no? Itong anay na to sa ating ano nagagawa niya? Nakakasama niya ba sa mga meetings ang DepEd? O wala siyang ginawa kundi gumawa ng mga issue? Kanina lang guys, no? Meron akong nakitang news, 13 years old na buntis daw ng isang 41 years old. Ito yung mga problema na ina-address din ni VP Sara as a DepEd Secretary. Na ang mga kabataan, mga estudyante ay dapat nasa loob ng mga eskwelahan at hindi nandyan sa mga lugar na yan, whereas sila po ay naaabuso ng mga hayop, mga demonyo, hindi nag-iisip. Diba? Imagine, 13 years old, binuntis ng isang 41 years old. So obviously, may statutory rape na yan. Come to think of it, even that, iniintindi ng isang DepEd Secretary gaya ni VP Sara. Etong si Castro, anong inaatupag? Yan. Maliitin ang ipinagmamalaking gawa ni VP Sara. No. So masaya na ba tayong lahat? Masaya kami dahil tapos na ang pagtitiis ni VP Sara under sa wing ni BBM. Okay? Pwede niyong pasinungalingan yung sinabi ni Senator Gatchalian na halos linggo-linggo or every now and then nagkakaroon sila ng mga meeting. Come to think of it, Vice President siya, DepEd Secretary siya, NTFL co-chair siya. Kahit gaano siya ka-busy, isa pa rin siyang nanay, isa pa rin siyang asawa, at isa pa rin siyang anak sa mga magulang niya. And with all that responsibility, ayon nga dito sa sinasabi ng mga taong to, nag-e-excel siya. Maliban na lang doon sa nakikita nating survey. At natutuwa kayo na may mga taong tumatrabaho ng maayos, umaalis sa poder ni BBM. Dapat isang malaking tanong na yan sa inyo. Gaya nga ng sinabi ko, hanggat nakikita ko ang suporta ni VP Sara kay PBBM, I am also going to support BBM's administration. Pero sa nangyaring to, sa resignation na ito, huwag nyo itong ikatuwa. Dapat ito mag-isip-isip na tayong lahat. Ibig sabihin lang nito, meron talagang problema sa administrasyon ni PBBM para bitawan siya at layasan siya ng isang Inday Sara. Anyway guys, maraming salamat sa panonood. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, at i-comment nyo na rin yung thoughts nyo rito. Kayo ba naniniwala kayo that this is a clear indication that there is really something wrong sa administration ni BBM?